beautiful people, you're welcome back to my channel. This is Adatu's Daily. If it's your first time, please click the subscribe button, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for always coming back to watch my videos. Please do well to like this video and share and enjoy it. This video is long overdue, as in it's long overdue, but I just keep pushing, and I know how important it is to share my relocation video, because yeah, I relocated from Nigeria to Canada, and this is supposed to be one of my first videos that I will like shoot, but for some reasons I was just like reluctant about it. So first of all, as at when I left Nigeria, I was not really sure I was going to do this YouTube channel. Like, I was not sure. I just didn't know what I was going to come and meet in Canada. Of course, in Nigeria, I've always had it in mind to have a YouTube channel. So for those people that know me very well, I had a blog before, so Adatu's Daily blog. So it had a lot of stories, a lot of things, and somehow I lost the domain name or something. So the guy helping me to do my videos, to upload my stuff, to run the channel, to run it, was, I don't know, something just happened to him, and somehow I lost the domain name and I lost all my work. So I've always wanted to be out there, I've always wanted to be out there. So I've had that blog, and then if you check this my YouTube channel, you'll see that I have my first video was where I was talking about how I lost my blog page, and how I intend to, like, all the stories I have in the blog, to just convert them to like video, to just talk about it as my first YouTube videos and all that. That was way back in Nigeria. That was even before we got our PR to come, but for some reasons I was not just comfortable about doing it. Like, okay, my job, I was in sales and marketing, I had targets on my head. I was not comfortable making videos and uploading when I have targets to run. All my bosses, all my colleagues will be watching it, and then at work I may not be performing well, but I'm uploading. You know how it is now. Then secondly, that's kind of fear of criticism and all that. So I was not just sure if I was going to continue with the YouTube channel. So I was not really keen about making videos about the relocation, the whole relocation journey from Nigeria to Canada. So the videos I'm going to be putting here, the pictures I'm going to be showing you guys in this particular video, is videos I just took for my own self, like just for memory's sake, not for the sake of sharing on YouTube, because as at the time we came, I was not sure if I was going to be doing any YouTube channel. You're coming to a new land, you don't even know who you're going to meet. We're full of a lot of fears, so I was not really ready to shoot a relocation vlog, unlike other videos that you may have watched, that the YouTuber already knows that she's going to share it, and then she'll be deliberate about taking the right videos and the right pictures and all that. So guys, you guys should just bear with me, and I promise you will enjoy this particular relocation series. So as you know, we relocated in September last year, September of 2022, with my family. All of us, we all moved from Nigeria to Canada, and we're staying in Sokoto State, northern Nigeria. Of course, we stayed in Niger State, we stayed in Abuja before we finally moved to Sokoto, but we left from Sokoto State to Canada. So the video is going to be from moving from Sokoto to Abuja first of all, then from Abuja to Canada, because we had to leave Sokoto. There's no international airport in Sokoto, so we had to leave to Abuja. So we had two series of farewells to make. We had farewell with my family and friends in Abuja, in Sokoto, then from Abuja we had another farewell. So I hope you guys enjoy this particular video, and I hope you like and subscribe if you're a new subscriber. Thank you. So first of all, so we have been on on the process of looking for or seeking permanent residency in Canada for over a year, you know, a year prior to when we got it. And of course, we did all the processing, everything, submitted documents, did this, did that. I wrote ielts, I evaluated my results. I wrote ielts twice. You should check my previous videos of how I had to write my ielts exam twice and all that. So we did all that. We entered the pool. We got provincial nominations to go to Manitoba, and then we submitted our final application around March of 2022. And on July 7th, we got ready for visa mail, which is like for you to submit your passport of your whole family, submit it for visa for you to travel. So that mail is like the golden mail, is like the eagle has landed, you know. For people that are on this journey will understand when you say the eagle has landed, like that's really landed, your PR has come. So that fateful day, that sweet, beautiful, memorable day was on July 7, 2022. We're all anxious, waiting and all that, and then we got it. So that day is so memorable. July 7th, in fact, I can never forget. And somehow I had a prediction that we're going to get our PR in July, but I was not really sure of the date, but I just had it in mind, you know. But you can't just say it, you know, you just know that you're going to. I just had that feeling, and I even mentioned it to my husband. And when it happened, he was like, "Babe, you said something like this. You said this thing is going to happen," and so we got our PR on July 7, 2022. So of course, after getting ready for visa mail, which we call RFV, you know, the eagle that has landed. So the next thing is for you to send your passport to the visa office. So for Nigerians, you could send your visa to Accra, you could send it to Accra, that's Ghana, you could send it to London. There are a lot of visa offices, but there's none in Nigeria. So for Nigerians, you have to, if you have to choose which one you want to. Some people send to Abuja, some send to Accra, some send to Kenya, some London, other countries, just to stamp your passport for you and give you visa, to stamp your passport and give you admission to move, to be able to enter into Canada. So the process is that you have to go with your family, snap some passport photographs, which has some specifications and all that. So we're in Sokoto now. You know how Sokoto is. We went to different studios asking, can you have the specification for snapping passport for Canada visa and all that. They didn't know. They just know this 2-minute passport, normal passport with red background, blue background, white background. So we eventually got someone. He showed him the specification, we printed it out. If I had to go with ruler to show you how Sokoto, you don't have, unlike when if you're in Abuja, just go to Studio 24, you go anywhere. Most of these photo studios already know the specs of the measurement of the passports, how it's supposed to be, this and that, but they didn't know, so I had to go with ruler for the measurement. And I remember that day that my husband was arguing with the man that no, it's not like this way, then it is so and so, the length and the breadth supposed to be this. He was arguing with us and all that. We came out, so it was really like a disaster, but we just had to manage. We did it. Like, he printed the passport like twice. In fact, I remember he snapped the passport, we took it on our way home. I don't know what even made me to measure it, because when he measured it on the system and printed it out, it came out as the wrong measurement. Well, on our way home, when I brought up my ruler and measured, and that's what I told him. I said, oh boy, let's go back. This guy did not do this thing. When we got back, there was we have to pay again for printing this thing again. Printing passport for 5 people. I think no, we did 4 copies for 5 people that he's going to charge us. Said, just print it, we're going to pay. Just print, because we didn't have a choice. So we eventually got the passport. We wrote our details at the back, like wrote your name, your date of birth, everything, and then we packed everything and sent to Accra. So we used FedEx to send our passports to Accra for stamping, and it took approximately, was it up to 2 weeks? I can't even remember, but it was fast. It was really fast. As at that time, it was recommended that you send your passport to Accra. So that was what we did. You're supposed to be one of.
Good for you.
05 April. So when we sent our passport for stamping, of course you can track it on FedEx. What's it, FedEx? DHL. Sorry, you could track it on DHL website to see, okay, they've received it, they've stamped it, they've sent it back. We're tracking it, like following it. When we got to Abuja, we need to go to Abuja, then bringing it down to Sokoto. So by the time I got to Sokoto, I called my husband, our passport is back, our stamped passport is back, go and pick it up. And I remember that day I was sick. I think I didn't even go to work that day. I was really sick. But when I got the email, when I got the tracking that her passport, I was well. I told my husband, go and pick it up. Like, please let him close. I said, no, go and pick it. Like, because you're anxious to see that, okay, you hope all the family's passport was stamped. There are cases whereby they will return it back to you, that the passport is not according to specification, you did not do this, you did not do that. They will not stamp it. You paid heavily to send the money to Accra. As in, imagine how much a DHL will charge you to send something to Accra, as in. So we were just scared. And at that point, we had already bought tickets. Yeah, we had already bought tickets to go to travel, to fly. Even without getting the passport back, we just did it with faith that, okay, we're sending the passport. I think we sent it around like a week after getting the PR. Yeah, so we had already bought the ticket. And then by the time the passport came, we were anxious. And when it came, we opened it up, and then we saw that all the 5 passports were stamped. It was stamped like this, boom, 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 boom. 5 of us, as in, you're ready to go to Canada. Nothing is stopping you again. If you like, at that night, you can even carry your load and go to the airport. Everybody will accept you. As far as you bought your ticket, your passport is stamped, you're ready to go. That was what happened that day. That's how we coming with the passport. Yellow Sissy. Yellow Sissy. And at this point, your sister has started shopping. We have started buying things, buying things to relocate with, because we had African food is expensive, it is scarce, paying the food, because each person had provision for 2 bags, and each bag should weigh 23 kg. So we advise that, see, since you are 5, you're going to be entitled to like 10 bags of 23 kgs. Don't waste it. Use 3 to bring food. No, use 3 to bring clothes for you and your children. The other ones, bring food. Bring food, though, that will last 2 people. It's not as if there's no food in Canada. Nigerian food is very, very expensive. So bring it. Since you have chance to bring all what you know you can't get. Even in African stores, there's some things you cannot get. African stores, sorry, for example, a pack of no that you buy 500 naira in Nigeria, you come to Canada and buy 7,000. That's what we're facing right now. So you pack everything. I think I'm going to make a video of what to bring when coming to Canada. It's very, very important. I still have some things in the fridge, in my freezer, that I've not finished using, and I know how beneficial it has been for me. So your sister started buying things, but so in fact, so we had already started selling our household items at this point. Yeah, all our things. My husband had already, in fact, I praise my husband for that. Like, he was ready to sell things. He had already snapped all our items, all what we wanted to sell, the ones we wanted to give out, we wanted to sell, put price. I already started sending it to people. Want to sell this, want to sell that, want to sell them. Luckily, we got people that were ready to buy them. Like, we sold our things in good price. And that was it, because we started early enough. We're not in a rush. We're not in a rush for money or for time, so we took our time. We started early, sold everything, sold his car, my car also, the furniture, the fridge, the freezer, everything. So at this point, I just told him that, Oga, clear your room, clear. There's a place that he used to use like his office at home. Clear that place. That is where I want to be putting all our items. All the clothes I buy for the kids, the food item, everything, I'm not going to put it in the house. I'll put it there, so that I'll concentrate. Okay, this room, anything in this room are things that we're going to travel with. So at this point, I bought food, bought this rice, not as a normal rice. The rice I took was the rice remaining at home. This tuwon rice, we eat a lot of masa, a lot of tuwon rice, you know. We bought it, beans, dry vegetables, plenty things, fish, stock fish, plenty things. All you can see it in the video inside the clip of the room, because I videoed the whole. So this is all what we bought and tied up in leather bags and labeled. You can see my tuwon rice, my ogbono, the grinded one, the one that is not grinded, my granuts, of course all these other pot stuff. We're going to give them out so they go with them. My golden morn, cereals, milk, custard, things, see the bags. And again, I was already going to look for bags, because in Sokoto, you know, it's a small town. It was very hard to get big bag. Like you go to a shop and say one big bag, and I have big one, and by the time you bring the bag, it's a small bag. So I had to go to Okrika, all the Okrikas in Sokoto, enter, look for big bags. I was doing all my shopping excitement and all that, because we wanted to leave. We were ready to leave. So it was, in fact, a memorable experience, and I wish it for everybody. Okay, final video of the empty house. We saw this bed. Yeah, the wardrobe. The children's room. Everybody's coming to pick their stuff. My house. Really nice. I miss you. The corridor. Wow, this drum carries forever. Hey, who's running the guy now? Me like you. What's your name? Eh, I found the zed over. I found the zed over. This is my friend at the airport, my parents. Oh, I miss them so much. These are very close people to my heart. I miss them so plenty. Don't worry, we'll get to see again. We'll definitely see again. I wish you guys well. So these are the pictures of my people at the airport, saying farewell. At this point, we're not crying, shall we? It was when we're going, like scanning to go in, where they couldn't pass through, that the reality down on us that she's going. Yeah.
We are eating African dishes before you go. Stop laughing at her.
She's laughing at herself.
So we all came to say bye to my dear, lovely friend. Blackie.
You don't join me now.
So I'm going to miss you. Okay, they're taking pictures.
Wait now, they are getting another one.
These ones were just goofing around. They didn't even know what was happening. I was really emotional at this point. I had cried. Here's me just thinking, oh, when will I see them again? And this is my husband cheering me up, trying to make me feel good. It wasn't easy at all. So this is us in Abuja. I think a day to when we're going to leave, doing the final weighing of the bags, removing things that are not wanted. Look at me looking so confused. My husband removing things. Drop this is not important. Touch this out. Do this, do that. Oh, last minute removing of things is a thing. Finish their cleaning first. So this is my very good friend who I stayed in her house for 5 days while I was in Abuja. She was really helpful. So this was the night, the eve of our trip, and she took us out to ShopRite for memories, to just catch fun with her children and mine. It was really nice. Really nice. I really missed her. She was really helpful and very sweet. Yeah.
For me. Mom, do for me.
Mom, what? They just called her now. Come. I'm feeling myself. Minimum
3.5.
Are you serious? No, we're coming. Tell you what. 1, 2, go.
So the D-Day finally came, and after that day to fly, that was 26 September. I didn't even sleep that day because our bags were just overweight and all that. So just thinking, couldn't shall sleep. I think I just had like 2 hours sleep. So our flight was for 11:30 midnight on 26th, and by 5 p.m. we're already on our way to the airport. And in fact, the weather just changed from 5:30, like this one kind heavy rain just started falling, like, hey God. So I was in one of the vehicles. My sister came from Kaduna to see us up to the airport because we flew from Abuja. So she was in another vehicle with my kids. So at a point we even missed each other, we lost each other, we had to wait. We got to the airport, it was raining, like seriously, there was hold up in the airport. So we were able to like get somewhere to park. We had to even tip the securities to give us where to park at like 7:30 p.m. We had to look for where to park. We brought down our load, we ran to start checking in. At that point, removing of load, removing of my oil, my red oil. We met some witches and wizards there at that airport, you know, before we could. So even if I had the intention to even video myself, like at that point I would not even remember I had the phone, because I was like in a hurry. My sister was like, we're running late, we're supposed to have checked in by now. The rain, we didn't even know who took the gates to park and all that. So finally we later got ourselves. So later we were able to check in our things. After removing some things, I had to give it back to my sister. I just take it back to Kaduna, just take it, things that they removed from my bag and all that. So she went away with them, had a final farewell, and we were in waiting for our flights. So it already, we're happy at that point that we had gotten our bags checked in. We had to pay heavily again. Those people in the airport are maxing out. Like, I don't know what is wrong with those damn machines. So all those scales that you buy at home, that you weigh your bags, you see that okay, this one is 23 kg. You even make sure that the bags were like 21, 22, so that okay, we won't have any issue. We got to the airport, we're seeing 26, 27, 35. How manage? So eventually we got to know that sometimes all those machines, they have a way of just changing the way it weighs or something. I don't know what they do. Just for at that last minute, you don't have a choice. You just have to pay. You just have to tip them. They eventually carry your load, but they will help you rearrange it. Something. We pay. I don't want to even remember that part, how much we were able to pay. We just had it in mind that okay, it was worth it with what we're carrying. Even if we want to go and buy it in Canada, we have to pay like ×5. So let's just close and just pay. But those people at that airport, if they did it deliberately, or they are doing it deliberately for travelers to pay through their nose, God is watching you. That money you are collecting from us, you will not use it well. You will be collecting, but you will not use it well, because it's not fair. It's not fair. So let's even leave that part. So enjoy the clips I have to show you. These little clips I have. Right? Go to the phone.
Okay.
Better be hungry.
Mom, I don't want to be hungry.
Better be hungry. Better be hungry. Adesa now. Oh yeah, Nene. Ma, are you tired already?
Super tired.
Adesa, you're too thirsty.
My leg is paining. I'm tired.
Finally checked in. We're going. We're going to board, and she doesn't want. She's cool. Finally boarding.
Yeah, okay.
So we finally boarded the flights. At this point, we were scared that God, when we get to the flight, they shouldn't say, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that, you did not do this, sorry, you cannot fly, blah blah blah. So when you eventually enter the plane, you sit down, you settle down, you'll be like, God, thank you, we are living. Like, that is when like you be like, God, I'm living. So funny enough, the excitement, everything, I only had one picture of being in the plane from Abuja to Paris. So our layover was in Paris for 8 hours, then we'll get to Toronto, then to Winnipeg. So from Abuja to Paris, I don't know what happened. I just found one picture, so please manage it and don't be angry. We just had one picture of me and my husband because we're tired. The kids were hungry. They gave us food that I don't even understand what kind of food it is. I just managed to eat the part I could eat. So what happened was we flew with another family. So those family, her mom cooked jollof rice with plantain, with plenty of rishi. The whole tension, we couldn't eat it in the airport. It was when we're lucky that they allowed us to board with the food. As in, it's only Nigerian airports, Nigerian airspace that they'll be doing you anyhow. Food, jollof rice with meat, with plantain, we showed them. They said, we can go in with it. We went in with it and we were able to eat it when we finished checking our load and almost entering. We were able to start eating the food together with the family. As in, we're eating like hungry lions. Like, so when we got to the plane, when they served us all those meshe or rishi, we just picked what we could eat, the drinks and everything, and we had to sleep. We were tired, you know. It was we took off, like, I think it was not delayed, so at like 12 midnight we're already on board, we're already leaving. So it was like night time, so the kids had to sleep, we had to sleep. I didn't have any picture, only this one. Just manage this picture that we have for you. So we got to Paris. Like, oh, it was beautiful. The airport was so lovely. You know, when we got there, we had to like stay there for 8 hours, you know, with the kids and the other family. 8 whole hours. Like, so in our carry-on luggage, we were able to carry clothes that we're going to change. I took toothbrush, toothpaste, I took clothes that we're going to change, at least to freshen up ourselves, you know. And we were able to do that at the airport. As I said, the airport is very, very big. It's a community on its own. Like, it's a big place. Like, so we got there, we freshened up. Did we have our bed? No, we didn't have our bed. Just clean the armpits, changed, wear new clothes, wear fresh clothes, and before you knew it, it was already time for us to board our next flight to Toronto. So this is us on the queue. I don't know what we're doing. We're eating cookies. We've changed. As you can see, we're wearing different clothes. We've already changed. We're on the queue waiting to board our flight to Toronto. So they're cleaning the plane or something. So we're waiting, and while waiting, we're eating like hungry lions. I'm super excited for the next phase of the journey. So the kids were really catching fun.
Go and do it for them. I just did like this jump. Then you know.
So this is us fully boarded and on our way to Toronto. The flight was nice, it was interesting. That's the kind of food they gave us. I don't understand that food. This is us looking very exhausted. These are the kids sleeping. Me and my husband catching fun. This is my tired face. Like, when is this journey going to end? They try to give us food, different times, different types of food. You eat the one you can eat so that you not have running stomach. They try to eat the one we could eat. The children were catching fun. They were eating, watching movies. You know, each one of them had their own piece, like listening to music, listening to movies, cartoons, and all. Me, I couldn't even watch anything, so I was just looking like I'm tired. Yeah, these are tired face. Like, my son, thank God my son, who was even videoing this, thank God the person even took the phone and was videoing. I wouldn't have had anything to share with you guys. We're trying the plane, it was so long. Canada is far. If it's UK, no, you have reached. It was so long, so long.
Isn't that great?
Thanks to the
Finally, we could see Canada. We could see that we're about to land in Toronto. Oh, we're so happy that at last, this journey did not want to end. So you could see the plane, you could see where you were. It was really interesting. Hey, we have landed. Oh. As in, the happiness, like when we landed, I'm still feeling it after like almost 6 months after landing. I'm still feeling the happiness when we finally landed. So I didn't have any clip from Toronto to Winnipeg. Of course, in Toronto, we stayed for another like 6 hours, but you know, it is at that port of entry in Toronto that you do your immigration and all that. So we had a lot of things to do, a lot of queues to join, a lot of clearing, a lot of this, that. So the time really flew. I didn't even know where my phone was. I didn't even remember to even take any picture, anything. When we got to the plane from Toronto to Winnipeg, there was delay for like 3 hours. We're in the plane waiting. The kids were sleeping. I slept off. Eventually, I landed Winnipeg, got an Uber, and went to our Airbnb. So I made a video of the Airbnb we stayed. Please go check it out. It's really interesting. So thank you very, very much for watching to this point. I really appreciate. Thanks so much, and I hope the few clips I was able to gather on the trip was useful and entertaining. If it was, please give this video a like and subscribe if you're yet so. I'm going to be giving you more videos, entertainment, on Canadian journey, on anything that just comes to mind. I'm happy to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching my relocation vlog, relocation video. Thank you. See you in my next one. Bye.
So, we're loading our Uber. We're loading.